Blanca, defending champs. You see a good carry there by Abril Camacho, who yesterday scored a couple of tries. Well good side here, Costa Blanca.
Yeah, they are. They have had, I think, they've been in existence for around 4 or 5 years or so, and they have done well to get themselves around the European circuit. As we see them going over for their first time, Paula Recuna goes over for the first try for Costa Blanca. End-to-end stuff here. They have played at tempo and caught the Cubs napping at the fringes of the edges of this pitch.
Again, speed of execution there by Costa Blanca. Really high speed of execution. Quick racks. Actually, there was an overlap there eventually, and they didn't even need to use it. As we see them coming around the corner here.
Yeah, that's
Paula. There by Paula Requena, and then just walking over, sauntering over for the try.
Yeah, successful conversion, stretching their lead to 7. The home side, Kenya Cubs, are in it on this one. They are playing a very quality side in Costa Blanca. We are yet to see them also get themselves into this one. Yesterday we saw Maxi Nabuga doing a couple of runs that were very critical as we see her going for that ball. Then we had Nelly Chikombe, who was really quite competitive, carrying strong ball carries yesterday. But they are playing against top shelf players in Costa Blanca. Circling to go to the left side to just protect that side of the pitch, but referee penalizes them. Quick tap and go from Kenya Cubs, passing it out wide to Nelly, coming in and carrying it into the 15-meter channel. Then penalized for holding on. The supporting players not coming in quickly.
Yes, not coming quickly. I think also Nelly just didn't set her body well, and when she went down after the tackle, allowed the contest there from Costa Blanca.
Cut out pass to the wing, but doesn't find the player. Does well to recover it, albeit losing 10 meters or so. Referee playing advantage for a high tackle, coming in on a short angle run there, but not executed well, so they go back for the penalty.
Spain. I think it was Paula Ruiz at the edge when the ball just passed her. It was going to bounce outside, she just slapped it back and able to retain it in the possession. This looked a little bit forward, but again, already there was a penalty advantage for Costa Blanca.
Mata coming for the short angle. They prefer that move. Then peeling off now to the left there, looking to get themselves space on the shorter side of the pitch. Good retention there from Costa Blanca. There was a knock-on in the tackle there from Kenya Cubs. The referee calls no advantage and brings it back for the scrum.
A lot of debutants here in the Cubs team. Chikombe, Nelly from Impala, Maxine from the Queens, Kenya Harlequins. The likes of Anne Jerry have been here before.
Yeah, really much changed Kenya Cubs side from last season, from the last Safari Sevens. And most of these players really did well in the women's circuit.
Yeah, circuit won by Mwamba, who they themselves have a select team here in the Safari Sevens tournament. Remember, in Kenya, the clubs that win the national Sevens circuit are represented at the Safari Sevens tournament.
Yeah.
A lot of those Mwamba players, of course, are in the first team. The Kenya Lioness. Second, which was a fantastic show, was the Queens. And then third, Impala, who are the defending champions from the 2024 season. But there's a lot of work for Kenya Cubs here against a very, very good
Costa Blanca side. Yeah. Costa Blanca starting that phase of play, that pass not going to hand. Referee just playing advantage. Kenya Cubs just guilty of playing and straying offside on those set pieces. Advantage is over, but with pace, just gets nabbed short of Kenya Cubs 22.
Roll 11.
Costa Blanca getting to reset that one and lining up themselves on the full width of the pitch here. These are stretching the Kenya Cubs defense, goes through the gap, pins her ears, goes all the way to score another try for Costa Blanca. That spread of the defense, that width of the pitch, and the ball moving quickly through hands there. Good execution of the passes, stretched out the Kenya Cubs defense, and they were caught.
This time they went to the edge there, but they seem to be running a short line there where we see Sylvia Morales sort of trying to bring in Paloma Garcia on the undercut there. It seems to be, I think, the strategy they're using here against the Kenya Cubs. Sometimes it works. I think twice we've seen that pass either going slightly behind that player coming short or sort of forward. It doesn't seem to be working when they try to force that pass, because it seems to be a forced pass. But so this time they decided to go all the way to the edge. And then Marta, they're just showing and going, and there we see, because there's a player on the outside, and then the catch-up defender just didn't come up in time.
Yeah, they first of all ensure they compact you on defense by those short angled runs, and then they swing it out wide once you've beat into those set pieces, the particular racks that ensue from that play. Kenya Cubs really have had little ball to work with. They have been starved of possession and also of territory. But they now have an opportunity here. Go straight into contact. Should have stepped back in. There was a lot of space there.
Yeah, and they play quickly again here. Costa Blanca shows for the kick. The pass doesn't. Says fine. The referee says it's fine. The pass.
Yeah, Paula has been thorn in the flesh for the Kenya Cubs. Offloads to Denise. Denise offloads to Jemina, and Jemina Blanco goes over for their third try. Very tough first half here for the Kenya Cubs.
Yeah, Costa Blanca just keeping the ball alive there. Paula Rakina just showing the Kenya Cubs how to play at the edge of the field.
Yeah,
she was running out of space, just stepped off her right foot, came back in, offloaded to Jimena there, Blanco.
Okay.
And he went to just a simple try. No racks needed in that one.
Yeah, conversion not successful. Scores remain at 19-0 against Kenya Cubs as we go into the halftime break. Torrid first half for the Kenya Cubs, but they will have an opportunity in the next 7 minutes to get themselves onto the scoreboard. Of these second round fixtures, which are kicking us off, is Costa Blanca, who are taking on Kenya Cubs, the second side for the Lionesses. It's been a tough first half for the Kenya Cubs. They have been pinned in their own half, and they have not taken advantage of possession. Costa Blanca have been very clinical with ball in hand, have moved it quickly. They have found spaces, they have created numbers. Good offload there from the Kenya Cubs. Another good offload, keeping the ball alive. Nelly Chikombe pinning her ears. She has space. Finally, Kenya Cubs getting themselves onto the scoreboard. Nelly Chikombe, that keeping the ball alive, Oscar.
Look, this is exactly what Costa Blanca did to them. They tried just before halftime. They are obviously attacking the Kenya Cubs backs, making life very difficult for them. Eventually, I think they've just decided, let's keep this ball alive as much as we can. It was a good carry, by the way, inside the 22. And then from there, it was just offload after offload. And then we did say that Chikombe does her work on one edge of the field. I think now the other edge of the field, we need
Maxine to come in.
Maxine to come in, perhaps, or somebody else, as a winger. So it was good play there by the Kenya Cubs. And there we go. Oh, this girl has done some really good work. Nelly Chikombe plays as a second row in the 15th game.
Yeah, but she has a lot of pace.
She has a lot of pace. Yeah, she's been converted here into she is a prop forward in the 7th. but they use the edges because of her speed.
Right, the conversion was missed by the Kenya Cubs, so they are back trailing by 14 points, but they have had a good start in the second half, scoring early enough to give themselves enough time to work on the deficit. Costa Blanca with ball in hand.
But yeah, there's really good width here by Costa Blanca. Really put the, they put the spread the field really well.
Yeah, they're trusting in their passing skills, going through the gap and going. Looks like she'll go all the way. That is a good play from Ines Patena. Ines Patena, number 6 jersey, just went through that gap, and the inside defender couldn't lay a finger on her.
Yes, the catch-up defender there just delayed for a moment, and all of a sudden, because of the good spread, they're playing actually edge to edge here, 5 meter to 5 meter. What that does then to the defense, if they take the ball up and the catch-up defender doesn't come in good time, then it creates holes in the middle. And all she had to do there was show and go. You argue some missed tackle there.
Yeah, but as you've aptly put it, that width is quite, something. And for a defense, if you are also equally spread out wide, you can be caught on pace in those gaps.
Yeah, Marisha and Gessa there just being caught out. Marisha and Gessia, sorry, just couldn't keep up. And all of a sudden that became a problem.
Yeah, an error there from Costa Blanca, gifting the ball to Kenya Cubs in their half. Then coming back against the grain, setting up a rack from which they will look to attack, going and fixing her teammate there. That was a long loop pass.
Yes, exactly, and it has cost them, because I was just about to say that the pass
it was a floating pass that it gave
high.
the defenders enough time to just come through, and being isolated, that Jackler being rewarded with a penalty.
They've done well here. The maul has been called and they held the player up. I think they'll get a reward here, the Kenya Cubs. Nelly Chikombe in there, just holding up. She ends up coming out with the ball. Well done. Good defense here by Nelly Chikombe. But they're playing against a really, really powerful Costa Blanca team, Kenya Cubs.
Yeah, referee calling for a scrum there. Both teams, both set of players thinking that it was a penalty, but an unplayable maul normally results in a reset as terms of a scrum in favor of the team without the ball. 7 meters out from their own try line, this will be a defensive scrum. Costa Blanca will look to see if they can create pressure. Just big shove in this scrum, then the Kenyan Cubs will be in problems.
Look at the line speed. Just watch the line speed here by Costa Blanca.
Ball is out. Carry it.
Look at that. They put lots of pressure, but I think they've done well. I think they've done well here. They too are playing really powerful here, Kenya Cubs.
Still carrying it strong at the heart of Costa Blanca's defense. Playing around the fringes, pick and go. Gaining some valuable meters, but still in the red zone, and that execution of those passes will bring problems to them. Isolated, tries to offload from deck, and referee judges it as a knock-on. I thought it went off the Costa Blanca Jackler. Probably the assistant referee would have assisted there with that call.
I don't know whether we can say there's a difference here, a bit of a difference here in the terms of play. I think they're trying to offload it quicker. Even though even in the racks, they're putting a lot more power in the racks. I think they're adding more people in the racks, Kenya Cubs. But still, this is a very, really good Costa Blanca team.
Yeah, it's a market shift from Kenya Cubs in the second half. The way they're using the attacking balls, they have been offloading, have been going for the offload rugby. And it gave them their first try, but Costa Blanca really with a lot of pedigree, managing this second half quite well. We have barely seconds remaining on the clock. Just guilty of reaching there, being penalized for being offside. So it's a penalty kick for Costa Blanca. Then they do this
short run
training.
yes.
Yeah, training move from the penalty set piece, going for the outside, then is stopped by the cross-cover defense. She came back in 4 meters out. Costa Blanca being patient with ball in hand, swinging it out, using the width of the pitch, stretching the Cubs defense, but that pass brings the defense back into play. Missed tackles on Paula Rinkina, who has been a thorn in the flesh. Paula goes over for her 3rd try in this match. Kenya Cubs were good defensively. They had the numbers, but that missed tackle, those missed tackles.
Yes, missed tackle, but you have to look at the, some of the decisions before that. Should they perhaps have tried to kick out, play out of here, as opposed to playing within the... You can still do that in sevens. Try to play out of your 22 meter area, but when you're playing against a very good defensive side, the likes of Costa Blanca here, with players who have got really good line speed, as we see Rekina here scoring that try. Maybe they should have tried something different, but